do I know you're not evil?
Take the apple.
Now that I've applied this, I see qualities of goodness. It's a crisis that you've all misunderstood. This weak, you're righteous men like Socrates, who would just defeat bias that he fought to see in good sense. Like his gadfly killed him, only policy in the booklet. If Christ were right beside us and on his knees he'd confess sins committed by us, if we got thought to be and stood with, he might just die again, because it's odd to see a good wish and not to deny it. Even oddities that would risk us all won't unite us. Now that we've been drugged down like this to where all this evil took it, we were scared of the virus, but as we took a look inside us, the virus was less concerning than the tireless violent winds of those who were fighting since. In the years past, I think we might have missed something in our prior sense of things to see how dire it is. Just look at how they fight against the scientists and common sense. Only fine with this, they've sighed and dissed every time we try to fix pose as intellectual kings. I guess just minus sense, those delectable memes and what the sign is. Emotion is overriding since so ideas coming right in sense any filter that might exist, even as an eyewitness, or to protect his wife and kids, hides and is killed with his conscience, cause theirs is fine with his. That is how a tyrant wins, and you're on the side of his. And what a surprise, look, it's come to violence. I can see it now.
Good, your vision is being set right.
I couldn't have imagined how twisted things really are.
You're seeing how evil works.
It's insidious. They manipulate the truth for the sake of their lies.
Yes. What will you do?
I'll call out evil people and their twisted views. It's their antics that have led to this mess.
You'll become a target for evil now.
Let them come. Well, it just took some propaganda right on top of Christian themes. All the people fought to stand up, fight the blistering attacks. It's a Nazi fantasy like no one's listening. Republicans run a band of children in their infancy. It's just these same kind of fools think they know a man sitting in the sky to help them from the flood so they don't gotta die. And Trump is simply an extension in their eyes. Infamy, hypocrisy come in to thrive. This is the result, but certainly no surprise. Cause Trump is just weakness masquerading as strength, just as the mega pastor faking what he's seen, and he attracts the mentally weak. I'm ascertaining weakness is strength. Stands the takings like a cancer. It spreads any truth, they can't reframe it. A million ways can they paint it. Kaylee McEnany, snake bitch. Stop debating and exacerbating conflicts with your blatant hate and insane fake election claims. Supporters planned on raiding the Capitol, batter, breaking police and away. And plus Rudy Giuliani, I do it goozy runny shit coming from his head. The same kind of material wasn't all he said. It's aggravating. He had a choice between that or saving a whole democracy, but it's captivating and it makes for better ratings. Your career's fading, but they're still making placards saying Democrats are fascist, rats is just degrading. Marjorie Taylor Greene probably spent early ages in isolation. And Mama Mailer weed, how else she claiming all this crazy shit she sees? A rush to the bottom isn't the right way to run the human race. Copy paste the beat, I'm not done. The pencil play is too much fun. I'm just in dismay with people like Kelly and Conway. Bad mom and lying bitch, crafting the famous all facts concept like a con may. At least your husband would say what you would not say. Shout out to the Lincoln Project, hope your entire family leaves you someday. Then shit sticks and stays with Tucker Carlson. Empty brain charlatan Sean Hannity, more insanity backing the wrong candidate. And Michael Flynn lied to the FBI to deny sin. Take your Bible friends and just prepare for Biden's win. Then there's Lindsey Graham, the sycophant, a flimsy man, the way he's bending damn. Stephen Miller, the evil speech filler. Ted Cruz's courage fell through insults to wife, not excuse to refuse servitude to the new dictatorship.
Excellent, but it won't be enough to force accountability. Change requires unity. How will you inspire the people?
True heroes have shone bright. They've been willing to face the consequences in order to do the right thing. They're examples of who we should all strive to be.
That's correct. Good actions make good consequences in the long term.
My thoughts have come to maturation, but you're the ones who drop the balls. Elections laws, supporters to ruin to top it all. Fine to try and enact new laws since you'd like to try and cheat. Come the fall of 24, but you won't succeed, so fuck you all. Trump wasn't fine with all the allotted time in office, and he's often whining that he couldn't stop a Biden at the White House. It's not aligned in his mind of occupy until his dying day, so he found out the hard way. And it's no surprise coming from these unprecedented times that we went through all this unrest and into crime. But despite how far we fall, it's a test we will survive. Be it a lesson to the wise for those who are yet to realize that lip service to belief in Jesus is a relevant disguise, but a reckless mental lie when other suffering is just fine, especially when from less intended ties. Like if someone isn't white, They say the press invented lies, but in truth, the president, he lied some 100 million times to you and all his wives. And as he sat there playing with their lives, you ignored it cause you're too upset to realize. And just to put things in size, Adam Kinzinger's upset family wasn't nice. Told him he's a bad Christian for having stood up for what was right, and had him in a frenzy cause he had to impeach him for abuse of power. It couldn't have been simpler, but they say he's in the devil's army, ooh, sinister. But it's clear that they're the ones that live back with their entire lives to a devil to worship Trump's everything. No morals and it ends with her, no re-election term, but a seat with the January 6th committee earned his rightful place in history beside this Cheney. Together they'll ensure time is draining for Trump, and his like he's the good fight and taming and defending the country from gigantic failings. With slight wins daily, a tyrant failing might end up saving democracy by then jailing these extremists failing. The side unveiling is needed, listen, I'm explaining. But when Trump lackeys understand Christian for real, even an atom holds more mass than that man. Pull the blinders from your face, cause Trump is just a snake slithering for his own sake. But my serpent is no snake, it's a dragon in a cave. Line in wait for all the maggot it will slay. Guarding treasure at his back to keep it safe. The wisdom brought back from the beginning of the age. The winner of the psalm has become a sage, bounty one and back from evil's cage. Sorry for the symbolism, it's probably better to just refrain. Gotta keep it plain cause I'd hate to overload your brains. But when the devil whispers in your ear, he then pulls the triggers for your fear. But we're brothers and sisters, though some weird, even dissenters, let's be clear. When ideas enter and they're dear, consider who's in hurt to tears. And when your temper hurts your peers, if someone's family member lost their years, just remember how it feels when you're the defender that they smear. Kindle the ember we hold dear and never surrender to the fear. And now that we enter a new year, let's try to be centered, let's not tear our country apart like we can't fix or try to re-steer. Put country again first so that we veer from policy gone mental, and be aware that we all tend to cry, get scared. Together we've been the wise and aware countrymen, and can to God that despairs. Let's do it again and time will repair. Don't split from our friends but find the care. Just make amends, but it's fine to clear the air.